the show. Dave, you got a would you rather? I got a would you rather. I posted on the social media account earlier, on the Twitter account earlier on. But Dave, you go ahead with your would you rather. I'll give you mine, and we'll call it a night for tonight's show.
Okay, well, I got two tonight. I was thinking, and I was watching that Flames Dallas game. So you're a fan of your team. Would you rather watch your team win comfortably, win in a blowout, or win in an OT? And you're watching this game. What would you rather as a fan?
Ooh, okay, that game the other night, Dave. I'll just say, okay.
When I say comfortably, it's kind of like the Oilers in their Game 7 win. Like that, with that,
they were never behind. It was never an issue. You kind of had a feeling they were going to win. It was a close game. Like, they could always go another way. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
But with 5 minutes left, there was no doubt.
Yeah, it was over. You're celebrating, hugging,
do you want
high
that?
five,
Yeah.
thumbs,
Do you want
slaps,
that 5 minutes of no doubt, or do you want a blowout, or would you rather watch it and live in OT?
I don't want the blowout, because half of the fun of the playoffs is the anticipation of it all. I mean,
like those two NBA Game 7s. What a fucking joke!
Disaster.
Fuck you, NBA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the thing about the playoffs is, as a fanatic as I am, it's the build up to a Game 7 throughout the end of Game 6, right to the drop of the puck or the first pitch of Game 7. I would rather a really close game. My old heart can't take extra innings or overtime that much. So, like, I was very excited. I was having a good time watching that Flames game the other night with Deanne and her brother. But I can't imagine how my mom's poor heart was doing. And I don't think my poor heart could have been that well. I would rather, I don't want. No.
Reckon 1, 2, 3. What do you want? Comfortable, blowout, OT.
I don't want blowout. I want comfortable. I want to be able to celebrate for a longer duration of time. I don't want I don't want it. No, I want the comfortable win. I don't want to blow it at all. I want to be able to enjoy it for the moment, because we're getting old too, Dave. I don't need to have that game going to 10 o'clock at night or 12 o'clock at night, because I still want to have a good time and celebrate the win. I want a comfortable win. There's your answer.
I 100% agree. Like, that's mine. Like the way the Oilers did it the other day, it was a close game. It was tense. You had to watch it right to the end. And then when McDavid scores that goal with 4 or 5 minutes left.
Yeah.
And then whew, you can exhale.
Have an extra beverage.
And celebrate. Yes. Yeah. We got it. We got it. We won it. We did it. We did it. But like, the blowout, and then after that, I would have a blowout. Because then, like, it's like, oh fuck, I don't have to worry about this. I can sleep. Like,
you can almost turn it off.
You almost turn it off, but you can go to bed. See, but then the OT.
My old heart can't take that anymore.
The old heart, and you still might lose. You never know. And the joy of winning that game. Yes, you're happy.
The joy is almost usurped by a sense of relief than it is the joy of winning.
It's like, thank God we didn't lose.
Yeah,
that's what it is. It's
we sure stepped on a pile of shit there. Yeah.
Holy fuck! That goal at Ottinger almost fucked us.
Yeah,
right.
That's what I'm sure. That's what Mom was like on Sunday night, because I know my sister was out of her mind. We were texting back and forth during the game, and she was going out of her head on Vancouver Island for that. Dave, I got one for you. Next Thursday night here in Lethbridge is the start of WCBL season, an actual WCBL season. It's for people who don't know, it's a college wood baseball season, college wood bat baseball. It's good. It's a high caliber baseball, probably second best league in Canada. There'll be 2,000 people in the building on Thursday night. Dave, if you were given the opportunity to throw out the first pitch, and you go out there, the ceremony of the first pitch, they got the catcher out there, I don't know what his name is, and you go out there, they put the ball in your hand, and you're standing on the mound, I would hope, not in front, and you're on the mound. Dave, would you rather airmail it over the catcher he doesn't even have a chance to catch it, or two hop it to the catcher. What would you rather do? I know you'd rather get it in his mitt, but which one would you rather do?
I'm gonna hit the glove. It's not gonna be it's not gonna be a strike. It's not gonna be heat. I will hit the glove. I guarantee that. I would rather. I think I'd rather two hop it than airmail it. But
yeah, because I think if you two hop it, you tried to throw a strike. It came a little low, but I think if you airmail it, you're a guy who's out there with his white sunglasses on, trying to show that he's still got it. A little testosterone
and just no clue.
And no clue. I'm just going to throw it wherever. I don't look at me. Look at my arm from high school. Yeah, right on. Man.
Yeah, they're just completely unathletic. Whereas a two hopper, at least it's.
You might have tried to throw a strike. You tried to keep it down the zone. Everything else.
Or you threw a curve when you were 14. You tried to throw a curve to be cocky, right?
I had I throw back. I umpire in that league, as you know. So I throw balls back to the pitcher all the time from behind home plate. So, but I had the opportunity to do it when I lived in Medicine Hat a few years back before I got back in the umpire game, to throw out the opening pitch. Some friends of mine set it up to do it for my birthday, and I got up there, and I was sitting on the Mavericks bench, and the players, I didn't know who they were. Doesn't much matter. And they looked at me. They go, "You're not going to throw it that far." I'm like, "What?" I said, "It's 60 feet, man. There's no way you can make it." They were having fun with me as I was getting ready to go out there. And I got up the mound. I was like, "Don't bounce it. Don't bounce it. Don't bounce it." And I threw a pretty good pitch. It was a little bit high in the zone, but I would call it a strike. But it worked out pretty well. And we got a good picture of it anyways. But no, it's fucking nerve-wracking, man. Even if it was in front of only like 2,000 people. I couldn't imagine trying to do it in front of 60,000. I couldn't imagine.
Did you see the one for the Mets? The guy was late getting out when Scherzer got to the mound. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Fuck you, I'm here now.
And Scherzer like, "Nope, I'm done."
And that's on the Mets game day staff.
That's bad.
Yeah, like Scherzer, I get it. A big name pitcher is a bit of an asshole, and you got to be a bit of an asshole to be a pitcher like him. But he did nothing wrong. Like, fuck you.
My start time's my start time. Yeah.
This is my dirt now. Yeah.
You got one more, Dave. One more would you rather, and we'll call her a night.
Okay, I got one more. Okay, you're 32 years old and a major league ball player, and you're a free agent. The Korean League says we will pay you 4 years at $4 million. And your best offer in the Major League Baseball is 1 year at 2.5. When you're 32 years old, do you gamble on yourself and play 1 year at 2.5 mil, or you take that 16 mil and go play in Korea for 4 years?
I've probably played in the big leagues already. If I'm 32 and still surviving in the big leagues, I probably have a 7 or 8 year career at $1 million, not even, probably $4 or $5 million minimum at that point already. 16 million is still $16 million. Oh man!
So because if you come back, you're 36. You ain't getting another.
You ain't getting another contract. But playing in the big leagues is so much better. Playing in the KBO or the Japanese league or what? It's still the big leagues. Like, that's what every player strives to play in. But $16 million is still $16 million.
But you're gone for 4.
You're gone for 4 and you ain't coming back.
You might get a swan song for.
No, you're not coming back. But I've probably already made. Oh,
$4 million ain't big money anymore, right? Like, so you probably got, I'm gonna say, 70 million in salary already up to 32.
I stay in the big leagues. Hopefully, I've procured enough money to that point where I don't. If I'm chasing a champ, fuck. A lot of ifs and buts or candies and nuts here, right?
Right.
16
that
schmil.
depends.
16 schmil, still 16 schmil.
And let's say you want. Let's say you want it. You already got a ring. You got a ring when you were 28.
I'm saying that I'm staying in the big leagues. I'm staying in the big leagues. I'm saying no money ring. No, I'm staying in the big leagues. That's where you decide you're going to play. And you know what? 16 million is still 16 million. But you know what? As a sports guy and a guy who, when he was a young strapping lad, wanted to play professional sports, your goal is to play in the big leagues, whether it's baseball, hockey, NHL, Major League Baseball, the NFL, whatever. Your goal is to play in the big leagues, not in the KBO or the CFL or whatever the fuck. You wanted to play in the best league in the world, which is Major League Baseball. I'm staying in the big leagues. 100%. I'm staying.
I have no idea what kind of, like, if this even happens. I imagine players like Yasiel Puig, that's where he's playing right now, right?
Yeah.
But and it's not because of lack of talent; it's because of lack of headspace. He's
it's that 8 inch between his ears that's a little bit different.
And when, like, I've seen a couple highlight reels from him, he still has game.
Yeah,
but
I can't believe there isn't a team that wouldn't have him on it. Like, there's something not right there. There's a team out there's got to want him on this team.
Either he is still, like, he has the physical tools. It's something between the ears or something. There's fucking something. There's for sure fucking something. At the age of 32, I got a ring as a bit player, and $2.5 million is, I'm not a difference maker. I'm one of those guys.
Pay for gas for the year. The way gas is now. But
like, depending on my family situation, I think I would take that 4 years at 16 mil and go to Korea. I think it would be a blast.
Culturally,
cultural, and just figure shit out, and you're over in a different part of the world. And it depends on your mindset. And I'm a bit more adventurous than the next person. I think it would be wacky. I think your endorsement potential would be absolutely crazy. You're not getting into the Hall of Fame. It's not the best league in the world, but you're a big enough name that they're willing to pay you that kind of money. Yeah. I think it would be a nice way to kind of finish off.
Maybe put a bow on your career, maybe. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Bud Light over there.
If you want it, they'll get it.
I guess. Anyways. No, it's a good question, Dave. Like, I don't know. I would just, to me, I would send the big leagues for one more ring or one more game at Yankee Stadium or at Wrigley or whatever. I just, maybe I'm more of a baseball romantic that way. I just would want to stay in the big leagues. That's just me, I guess. Because
if you're a baseball romantic, you just want to play competitive baseball as long as you can, and that's what you're doing.
Yeah. I don't know. That's a good question. That's a very good question. We'll put it out to the fans out there. Let us know what you guys think, what you would do. Would you rather? We'll hashtag that. We'll put it out on Twitter. We'll put that question. That's it. We'll put that out on Twitter tonight, or Jim can put it out there tomorrow morning. We'll figure it out in the upcoming few hours. But no, Dave, fun show tonight. Battle of Alberta coming up this week. The next 10, 12 days, however it's going to last. It's going to be different around Alberta here. The people that you might have thought were your enemies might become your friends, or you might have thought your friends might become your enemies in a different, more light way than it has been the last 2 years. I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to be glued to television to watch Oilers and Flames games like I haven't been since 1991. Man, it's going to be good.
It's almost impossible for me to get my head around the fact that it's been 31 years since the last time this has happened.
Yeah,
because I grew up with it. This is what hockey playoff is.
It was what it was year after year, it seemed, and there's just
every fucking year.
If there was something, these two teams were on a collision course all the time. It's been 31 years. Battle of Alberta, man, it's going to be fucking great. Like, it's going to be great.
Hold on to your hat.
There's going to be one game where it's going to be really hairy, I think. Like, really, really hairy. There's going to be a Kachuk something stupid going on, and Lucic is going to do something. I think there's going to be one game where it is 1986 all over again.
Does Bodog have a staff for shenanigans?
I'm sure they do. Prop bets are everywhere, man.
Flames, Oilers, shenanigans.
Game 3.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna find out. Like, we are gonna find out. And yeah, like there's gonna be a parlay about penalty minutes over under Luch, Kachuk, Cassian, something. We'll find it.
Who do people in Red Deer cheer for?
Edmonton.
Are they Edmonton people?
I think Lethbridge is more Flames. Calgary is obviously Calgary. Red Deer is more Edmonton, and then north of Edmonton, it's all Edmonton.
Yeah.
That's I don't know that, but that's what I think.
We'll find. We're gonna find out in next few days because the news cycle is gonna be great. Anyways, Dave, Battle of Alberta this week. Bodog, SeatGeek, 1420, all partnered up. It's gonna be a good summer. Lots going on. 1420 Sports Podcast, 4 Beer Sports Talk, and a whole lot more. Take care of each other, but more importantly, take care of yourself. Need you around. Keep your stick on the ice. And what else, Dave?
Don't swing at high pitches, Jim, please.
Go Flames, go.
Ha ha.
That's for you, Mom.
Funny guy.
Even though you don't listen, I know that.
We love you, Mark. But
have a good night, folks. We'll talk to you on Thursday night.